Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight's dinner we're making a slow cooker cranberry meatballs. So these are the ingredients you're gonna need. So you're gonna need 1 bag of frozen meatballs, 1 can of cranberry sauce, which I have right here. You're gonna need a 1/3 cup of beef broth, some minced garlic, cornstarch, red pepper flakes. Now this is very full. You're going to need a little bit, I'm actually not even going to pick that up. We're going to need balsamic vinegar and honey, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and I'm going to preheat my Crock-Pot to our meatballs. We're going to do our beef broth. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, because you know, it's going to all end up in the same place. Now we're going to do our cranberry sauce. Now this sauce is really going to be so good. Now if you've never had these meatballs before, then you're going to love, I know you're going to love this recipe. This is a little bit of a different kind of recipe than what we normally use to. So it's cranberry meatballs, as I said in the beginning. Okay, and then I'm going to throw in the rest of the ingredients. Now these are very full, so we're going to be very careful not to spill it. I'll throw that in. And then this, we're going to need to spoon out. So this is really full. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it, and we're going to take our spoon and scoop it out, because it's a lot. Okay, and then try to scoop it out as much as you can. And the goal is to basically make sure that it's all out of here. So I know it's kind of thick. Honey is usually really thick, so you kind of gotta be cautious. You're gonna get it all out of there, because what you want to do is you want to make sure it's nice and sticky. Honey is really sticky. Now this recipe I'm doing for Seamus and Miss Nikki, which you guys already know this, that this recipe is really good. Now, you guys have been requesting that I make this recipe. So I want to tell you guys that this recipe is very easy. And we're doing this video, for anybody who hasn't heard of this recipe. That's what we're doing it for, okay. So we're done with this. We're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to add minced garlic. Okay. We're going to add some cornstarch. Now here's what the cornstarch does. What the cornstarch will do is it'll kind of thicken. This is kind of like your thickening agent. But you guys should know this. If you guys have ever worked with cornstarch, and you guys know cornstarch is kind of a thickening agent. It'll kind of thicken up this sauce and the meatballs. Okay. One more thing. We're going to add, we're going to add some red pepper flakes. Now this is really hot. This ingredient is actually the spicy ingredient that'll kind of get in with the meatballs. So I'm just going to put it in there. Now, my crock pot is doing good. It's preheating. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to get the honey out. This is really thick. Remember that. It's a really thick honey. Tastes really good. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the spoon. And I'm going to kind of stir everything together. So that way, all the ingredients will kind of get into the meatballs. This will cook up beautifully as it's cooking on low. Now we're going to go on low today for about 4 hours. And then after 4 hours of cooking on low, then the meatballs will be nice and pretty soft. Now what I'll do halfway through the cooking process, once the meatballs are nice and soft, then I'll come back and I'll give it a stir. Now, like I told you, the meatballs are going to be kind of hard to stir in because of the honey. So you want to give it a good mix. You want to stir in that cranberry sauce, all the honey. It's going to be so good. Okay, so you want to stir it up. Now, this meatball recipe is a little bit different. Oh, and by the way, I want to tell... Now, give a shout out to Miss Nikki. Miss Nikki, I want to tell you that my behavior will be awesome this week. I promise you that, okay? Okay, now this is looking good. Now, I'm going to show you guys the crock pot before we put our lid on. So if I take this base out, right, it's really, really warm. You see that? That's basically what your meatballs look like in the crock pot. See? It's going to be so good. Okay. So, really, really hot now. It's on. I have it on high, but I'm going to turn it down to low in a minute. I just want to give it a stir because I want the meatballs to kind of stir in there. Okay. So that's looking great. So, heat back to low heat. I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to let this cook on low for about 4 hours, and then I'll come back. When I come back, we'll come back, and I'll dish you up a plate. All right. Turn this down. Cook it on low, and that's it. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll be back later to show you what these look like. And then when I come back, I'll dish up a plate. Alright. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Vlog on. Peace out. Boom. Okay. Bye, guys.